Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back again. This is Aluminum Tarot. Thanks so much for joining today. We're going to read the June 2024 reading for Aquarius this time, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to do things in a bit more random order this time because I don't want to do it. Oh, this is the sun's. These are the fire signs. These are the earth signs. Kind of wanted to change it up a bit. So we're doing it for Aquarius. We've just read for Scorpio and for Virgo for today. So this will be the last reading for today, and then we'll move on to the last subset of, tarot readings for Sunday. So yeah, go. Anyways, if you enjoy what you hear or see on this channel, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, and ding that notification bell so you don't miss any updates from future postings. Additionally, if you would like a personal reading with me, I would love to give you a reading that is more in tune with the energies resonating with you at the time and with a specific inquiry. So, as always, please be mindful of scammers. You know how they operate and you know what to do with them. So that said, we're going to use two new decks. We've been using normally the Rider-Waite and the Steampunk Tarot. I'm switching it over this time to the Moonology Oracle, which is quite a popular oracle deck for many tarot readers on the internet. And then I love this deck here. This was given to me as a gift from my tarot teacher. It's the Wild Unknown Tarot. So in that, what we're going to do, we're going to try to channel some of the animal totem energy throughout this specific deck. It does use similar ones like the owl, or it uses the stag. There's a few others here, serpent, and what's the other one? Yeah, can't remember the other one for the water signs, but there's a lot of different kinds, so we'll see it as we go along. So let's just get on to it. I'm going to start with 3 messages from the oracle deck and then move on from there. So we've already entered into the house of Pisces, not the house of Pisces, the house of Gemini, and we have a lot of new changes that are taking place right now. We have Uranus entering Taurus in the middle of the month of June, and then additionally we have a new moon taking place as well. So that is going to give us the chance to purge some old energies from our life. So I don't always follow a lot of the transits and things like that, but I do try to keep with them just a little bit. I will try to step up my game on that in the near future. Hopefully the next set of readings. I'm going to stop it there. Okay. All right. First message for Aquarius: step out of your comfort zone. Second message for Aquarius: the answers you need are coming, and for some reason this came out too. You and your loved ones are safe. So these are the 3 messages, and then we have nothing will come out of this situation at the bottom of the deck, which indicates this is a void of course moon, and this is normally indicating a situation where you may have been pining for something or looking at something or potentially holding on to something that is not going to bear fruit, and it's time for you to release that, so that way you don't go void of course in your own specific life. We understand that the moon goes through cycles, and in each cycle, especially as it proceeds through the houses of the zodiac, excuse me, it's important for us to know exactly where we stand at any particular moment in time. So that way we're not frustrated by the lack of progress that we're taking if we choose to do one thing without making any kind of changes to that, which is definition of insanity, doing something over and over again and expecting different results. That's not the way we want to do things. in our life, because we're being warned right here to step out of our comfort zone. This is the north node. We have a north node and we have a south node. And normally the north node is where we're stepping into for this karmic cycle of our lives. And the south node is what we need to leave behind. So I have a north node in Cancer and a south node in Capricorn, which means that perhaps for this lifetime, I need to get away from trying to get prestige and fame and recognition and focus more on my emotional sense of self and my inner world, my home and domestic life as well. Maybe I sacrificed that in a previous life and I'm paying for it in this life. So I need to get away from that. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. This is a cumulative period where you are finally coming to the, to the apex or the apotheosis of your, Gemini energy. If you have Gemini in your chart, this would also resonate for you as well. And what it says is the answers you need are coming. So eventually the universe will communicate the things it needs to in order for you to resolve a situation in your life. And then finally, you have you and your loved ones are safe. This is new moon in Cancer. This is just at the crest, the beginnings of a cycle in your life where you're entering the house of Cancer. And this is giving you the chance to say, despite everything that you've gone through in the past, know that you are coming to a better position in the near future. And so you don't have to worry about whether or not you will make it or that you will be successful or any of those things where doubt, worry, and fear begin to, I would almost say, dominate your your sanctity or your sanctuary. It's time for you to realize that, your most precious and most valuable aspects of your inner core will be protected no matter what. You may lose money, you may, have to move house. The external things that we lose in the process of going through transformations don't always equate to us losing our sense of self. We may have to give up things that no longer serve us, but the things that we are at our core are going to be there and they're going to get strengthened by those particular cycles. So that's what that's indicating there. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the tarot. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for June 2024. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for June 2024. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, June 2024. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, June 2024. Okay. Two more. The cards are a little bit thicker, so I can't really do all the fancy shuffling I do with the Rider-Waite and the Steampunk. And plus, I don't want to ruin these cards too much because I have definitely done that with the first two decks. Although they're still riding very strong, still reading well with, and I'll just try to protect these a little bit. Let's go. So, Aquarius, current energies. Your card. Don't you just love the synchronicity in reading the tarot? I fucking love it. There's nothing like it. Challenge. Six of Wands. We were just talking about transformation. I'm going to read the butterfly a little bit in a sec. This is something that we really need to look at in the form of this reading. Okay, Recent past, we have the Fool reversed again. The third time I've seen it for this reading. And the Hermit reversed. Future. Near future. Near future, the Emperor. What's at the core? Four of Swords. What's at the crown? What's at the crown? So we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Okay, and then we have the outcome, potential outcome that wants to come to the top. Seven of Swords again. That is your card as well. And then we have the advice. The advice just wanted to come out. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Ten of Cups. So I have the Ten of Pentacles as the advice and the Ten of Cups as the what you don't see coming. So it's possible that you have a kind of wish fulfillment on the horizon for the month of June. So whatever you're working hard at, keep it up. But also means that you may need to change course whenever it's necessary so that you can adapt. Like Gemini, you would need to adapt. You would need to adapt to, the circumstances leading you to that success. Because what I see here, you have the star. You have hope that you will achieve something, and that is fame and recognition in many ways. But then the challenge is fame and recognition. It's about stepping into that limelight. Normally with the star, this is the Aquarius star. In the traditional Rider-Waite, we have a naked and vulnerable, female character that is pouring her cups both in the water and in the earth. That means a balance and a healing that is taking place, after the Tower moment, which comes in the card before her. That's card number 16, and then the star is number 17. I'm trying to remember some of the numbers for these cards, but of course it comes through rote memorization. It's not always the easiest thing at times. But nevertheless, we talk about these two cards here. These are very, very powerful cards for success. However, the challenge is being successful in that regard. The reason why the challenge is success is because I see this butterfly here, with the wands beneath it. And you're going through a period of painful transformation. So one thing that I was reading about, or one thing that I was listening to when it comes to the tarot, and I think it may have been Nicholas Ashbar that had talked about this. If you haven't seen his channel, please go watch that. This man is one of the most profound tarot readers with some of the most deep insights into, the tarot that I have ever seen on YouTube. One of my absolute favorites. He talked about the whole process of transformation and the fact that the butterfly literally has to go into a chrysalis and dissolve itself completely. It's no longer the worm that it was before it entered that chrysalis, and then it comes out completely transformed into something more beautiful than it was in the past. Although we do like caterpillars and we do like certain creatures like that, when they emerge as the butterfly, it's something on a completely new level. And that's what the butterfly represents. So maybe the path to success that you're trying to achieve has taken a very powerful and almost painful transformation for you to get to that point. And it's not to say that you have been shirking your responsibilities or duties in doing that. It's just that with this transformation, it may be a bit more painful than you anticipated. And so that success means that you're going to have to continue with being bold and getting the confidence that you need to make it to the milestone that you have tried to achieve in your life. It's going to require you to step out of your comfort zone, especially. And that's where I get from that north node energy. It's like the butterfly is trying to fly north anyway. So it's almost like you're trying to get to your north node, which whatever it is in your chart, you would have to find that by doing a birth chart, reading. That said, what we see in the past, we see the Fool reverse and the Hermit reverse. What we know from the Hermit carries the light of the star in its lantern, and that is the guiding principle that helps it to find the answers it needs, and that's where we get the answers you need are coming. So you have been in an intense period of Virgo, Hermit, seeking answers, going within, isolating yourself from the outside world, which is a good thing. It's just now it's time for you to come out of that, but you're not willing to take the risk. Sometimes we can get comfortable being in our shell, which is exactly what the Hermit energy is here. This is the turtle or the tortoise going into its shell to receive the illumination. And it's a slow process, hence the turtle itself. However, in this, it's kind of like in the past, you didn't want to take the risk of coming out of that shell. You felt comfortable being in that, Platonian cave, where you could just look at the shadows on the wall and call that reality, when in fact that's not the case. I mean, we go inwards, but then it's time for us to come out and apply what we know to the outside world. That's where we get the Wheel of Fortune. After the 9 of the Hermit, we come to the 10 of the Wheel, where things begin to turn in our favor and then balance things out, leading up to the period of the 11, which is justice, balancing of energies, within our lives. Now, what we look at, we see that, it's difficult for you to come out of your shell. It's difficult for you to retreat from whatever it was, that major retreat there in the first place, which could have been feeling hurt, feeling backstabbed, feeling betrayed, wanting something but feeling that it would never come in time, which is the star. Star is the card of hope. It's about, almost patience and waiting for something that you strongly desire, which is what the Aquarius is about. It's our ideals and aspirations as well. You're moving away from that energy. You're moving into the Emperor energy in the near future in June. And once again, we get the 7 of Cups in the reverse. This June period for many of the zodiac signs is about dispelling the confusing energies that came before it in the month of March and in the month of April and the month of May. So over that 3-month period, we had a buildup of fog, and now we're slowly getting out of it. Now the Emperor, you have this sun that is here burning in the top right of the card. I think Scorpio just got that as well. So in doing that, that sun is dispelling the fog. You're taking control of your life and you're actually dispelling the fog of the things that have been plaguing you for the last few months. And in turn, what that's doing is helping you to, see the way forward. The answers you need are coming. But unfortunately, you do need to step out of your comfort zone. And we see in this particular oracle card that there are clouds here. That is the fog that we are speaking about. In order for you to see the truth, and in order for you to learn the lessons and to receive the answers that you seek, you have to come out of that fog and you have to burn that fog out in order for you to light the way to your path. It's time for you to get out of the hermit mode, which in essence surrounds us with this fog of comfort. And it's time to move forward and take more control of our lives so that we can, reach out and achieve the things that we want. And once again, we get the 7 of Pentacles. Maybe I'm going to pull another card. Let's see if we can just shuffle it outright. Because I don't want to feel like I'm getting the same answers over and over again. And here we are again. Daughter of Pentacles, that's the Page of Pentacles with Temperance at the bottom. I think you have Scorpio in your chart. If you do have Scorpio in your chart, please read that. Please look at that reading because it will tell you more answers. Got the High Priestess reverse. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. So this too means the Eight of Pentacles, which means that it's time for you to now work on whatever it is in the material. Getting away from the ideal. Aquarians tend to be kind of like the absent-minded professor in many ways, where they tend to think about things on the ideal, the intellectual. It's time for you to move that into the physical. Whereas in the Scorpios reading, we talked about they were doing that, but they were doing it in a way that neglected their emotions. I think in this case, what you have to do is to kind of balance out between the material and the ideal. Now, coming into that, emperors have the capability to master all four suits. They are the kings of all four elements: pentacles, swords, cups, and wands. And they master that, and they're able to wield that in a way which allows them dominion over the universe. And the thing is that you have the capability to gain that power and insight that the emperor would have. Now you just need to get into your chariot and move forward with those plans, because the emperor is the one driving the chariot, moving away from the city, those creature comforts that it's known for so long, and stepping into its own energy, which is pursuing the next path forward. So after the chariot comes the strength, if I'm not mistaken, because chariot is number 7, and then we have strength as number 8. So it is about keeping on, taking that fortitude as you proceed on your path. Now, with these cards here, yes, you can go into a period of contemplation, but it's time to really reveal what it is that you need to know. And again, that comes back to the answers that you seek are coming, full moon in Gemini. It's coming right now, and this is where I read the High Priestess as being that revelation. When it's in the reverse, it's no longer a secret. It's out in the open, and now it's time to get work on it. It's so easy for us to intellectualize what we need to do, where we need to go in our lives, but it's more important once we find that to act upon it and to be constant about it. Because when I was mentioning the chariot, with the emperor driving that chariot, the emperor needs to have the strength to continue moving forward, and that's precisely where you get the strength card. That's that card of Leo that comes after Cancer. Cancer is the card ruling the chariot, which is the one that's moving the emperor forward, the Aries energy forward. And then after that goes into the strength card of Leo, which is sustaining that as a fixed fire sign. And so thinking about that, we look into the core and the energy that's already known. So we have the Four of Swords as the core energy, and then we have Judgment in the reverse. I'm going to pull one more card. We have the Two of Swords. Right now, you're not taking action at all. We have 3 cards here, 3 cards that have come out that indicate a refusal to take action in the material world. Four of Swords, which is about taking a rest, reflecting on the heartbreak and the difficulties from the past, using the Ace of Swords, adding to it, creating the Four of Swords. And then you have the Judgment reverse, which is about not taking the chance or not resurrecting something from the past. And then you have the Two of Swords, which is indecision. This is Aquarian energy right here in the negative light. So that's where you stand right now. It's like you simply just don't want to step into the limelight. You need to be more of the Aquarius that is the star, and less the Aquarius that is the, intellectually hamstrung individual who refuses to step into reality in order to build their reality. Rather than contemplating it, you have to build it. And for this, you have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. You have the Nine of... wow. You have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, and then the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. That's what's taking place here. You cannot give up now. What you know right now is that you cannot give up on the goal that you have set for yourself. I'm going to actually ask what that goal is. What is the signifier of this entire reading? What is the signifier of this entire reading? Daughter of Wands, reversed. And the Empress. So, I'm under the impression you've been in a space where you have felt for many months that your true desires have been denied for so long, and it's on a passionate level. The Daughter of Wands is the Page of Wands. In the reverse, it indicates that there's a false start, that there is a lack of communication or a lack of receiving communication about something you're passionate about. It is about taking risks. It's about venturing into the unknown. The Page of Wands then goes into the Knight of Wands, where that gallop takes off. And you're going and you're venturing in there with that Chariot energy towards something that you feel passionate about. Whether you think that this could relate to a romance where you're like, there's nothing coming in, I'm not receiving any dates or anything like that. Ask yourself, have you been intellectually blocked or restricted? Which is actually standing in the way of reaching or attaining that goal of finding someone new. Have you been in a position where that if you wanted a job or a promotion or a raise, that you have not, hamstrung yourself to the point where you have not been able to reach or find that new promotion, that new raise? Have you taken the risk to get to the place where you want to be? You're no longer the universe is not allowing you to stay in the comfort of the intellect. What you're doing now is you're being forced to bring that intellect from heaven to earth. And it's time for you to see exactly the best way forward in order to do that. And the answers you see are coming. Step out of your comfort zone. Now, we look at the last bit, which is the Seven of Swords and the Mother of Pentacles. This has come out many times as well. We have the Seven of Swords, which is about, this is your sign, this is your suit for Aquarius, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. But especially Aquarius, as it's kind of like more like the mastermind. This is the person who takes away the swords from the enemy camp in the traditional Rider-Waite in order to, avoid having to fight a battle with an enemy. So it indicates a lot about strategy and how best you can implement a strategy based on what you are planning to do with your movement forward. So the fox here is seen as a very clever, beautiful creature, but also one that is very crafty. In your case, I think you're strategizing the best way to find this abundance that you are seeking through the Mother of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles, feeling abundant. And the Queen of Pentacles is abundant, just like the King of Pentacles. But it's more of a nurturing feeling. It's like, wow, I have everything that I need. I have this new business, this new job offer. I have this project that I'm nurturing. It's something oftentimes that the Mother of Pentacles nurtures herself, just like this deer is nurturing the baby doe, bringing it into fruition, bringing it to make it stronger and wiser and learning about the ways of life. Whatever it is that you're trying to nurture, I feel that you want to be like the Empress. You want to say, I'm abundant. I attract all the things that I'm looking for. I feel like I can get the woman that I want. I can get, if you're a female or, you can get the man that you want, or you can get the person that you want. And then I can attract the job offers that I need to in my life. I'm no longer sat here feeling stuck. I'm no longer hiding in the Platonian cave here anymore. I'm stepping out into the real world in order to find the true answers that are linked to the material conditions of your reality. If you heed that advice, then what that indicates is that, wow, all the things that I just spoke about, and this is what I love about tarot and even using intuition, this is your advice. What do you see here? The Ten of Pentacles and the Magician. Holding a pentacle here. You have this beautiful jaguar here with the infinity sign, which means that you are abundant in all ways. You have the pentacle, you have the cup, you have the wand, you have the sword. You have everything you need to manifest this new beginning. If you just rely on one of the elements, the element that best suits you, which is basically the element of air, if you step away from the intellect and you finally move yourself into action, activity, building those things on the ground, this is what you're manifesting. I mean, these cards have not come out in any of the readings I've done this entire week. It's time for you to follow the path of building castles from sand, building those things that you need to from the material world, using the intellect and the rationality that you have as an Aquarian. You will achieve that massive abundance and you will be able to manifest the things that you want. It's a very clear, simple. You go from number 1 to number 10. It doesn't really get clearer than that. And these are some of the brightest cards I've seen in the entire deck. I mean, you have what it takes, Aquarius. I mean, people can say that you're like the absent-minded professor, but I think that when you are focused and targeted, you become the King of Swords. You become the Magician. You become even the Fool. Normally, we have the Magician, which is Virgo and Gemini, but you do have the full moon in Gemini. And those are the answers that you're seeking. How do I become abundant? Well, this is the way to do it. Step away from the fetishization of your desires and step into the materialization of your desires. I think that's what I'll title this for today, but I guess it works out. Beautiful reading here. I think we're going to end it there because there's not really much I can say about it. Aquarius, this has been your reading for Aluminum Tarot for the week. For the final, bits of this week. We're on Saturday for this time. We're reading for June 1st, and we're reading for June 2024, actually. Thank you so much for joining. If you like what you see here on this channel, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, and ding the notification bell so that you don't miss any readings from the future postings. Additionally, if you would like a personal reading with me, feel free to reach out to my Blink link in the comment section below, and then I can organize a time in which we can, conduct a reading based on, the energies of your specific chart and your specific circumstances. I'm going to end it for here. I've got a lovely concert that I'll be at, so I'm going to have some good time for today, recharge after the kind of low period I had yesterday because I was exhausted. Something going around, especially like with the weather, and it's just keeps setting my my body off kilter many times. But yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for joining. I hope that this helps, and I hope this sheds lights on anything that you're going through with your personal self, and that you could take something from it. Until next time, love and light.